What's going on, traders? John with Tactical Trading here with our OTC Saturday video. We have 3 stocks that we are going to cover in depth today, and actually 5 stocks, tickers I'm just going to call out that we have mentioned before, and I want to just bring a little light to them that I think that some of these catalysts that we have been anticipating and waiting for will be starting to unfold, and I think there are all of them good buys, all 8 of the stocks in my humble opinion. First stock that we are going to be talking about is GCAN. That's GCAN. That's Greater Cannabis Company Inc. This stock closed on Friday at 0.0095, down 3%. In fact, this stock is up quite a bit over the last few days. Had a nice pullback on Thursday and Friday. On the 20th, they had some news. In fact, they actually announced that the Greater Cannabis Company is going to be retiring the remaining convertible debt that they have. Now, I've been trading the OTC for a long time. I've seen that these catalysts in particular have run stocks very hard and have caused multi-day runs, sometimes multi-week runs. They have absolutely no more convertible debt, which is an absolutely terrific sign. Now, if we look at the security details of this company, right now they have 2 billion authorized shares. Their outstanding shares are 478,638,436. So for an OTC, it's a rather lower float. In fact, the float is showing from September 18th that they only have 47 million and change in float, which is absolutely terrific. Out of that 478 million, almost 14 million are restricted, and it looks like 464 shares are restricted. Now, also, they had a press release that goes back to November where the Greater Cannabis Company announces the launch of Bob Ross beauty and cosmetic products. So they have that line going, which I've been looking into, is doing pretty decent. They also have a CBD and cannabis film, which is kind of like if you've ever seen like for opiate control or different things like this, like a Suboxone or something of that nature, where it's a thin film or like a Listerine strip, something that you put underneath your tongue and it dissolves, or you put it in the cheek of your mouth and it dissolves, and this actually has either CBD or THC in it. I think this could be a huge product going forward, and that to boot with the fact that they have been doing pretty well. They have a pretty transparent CEO that actually had an interview not too long ago. Looks pretty good. Actually, the guy looks like he wants to really grow the cannabis industry under this Biden administration. Is going to be, in my opinion, doing very well. The fact that they will be decriminalizing nationwide cannabis and probably legalizing it within the next year or two, I could see most cannabis companies getting a very nice boost and having a very nice run. This is one of my favorite companies in the OTC right now. That's GCAN, Greater Cannabis Company. I want you to take a look and do your due diligence, obviously, because I am not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you what I'm looking at, and this is obviously one of my favorite plays in the OTC. The next stock we're going to be looking at is ADHC, and that is American Diversified Holdings. American Diversified Holdings closed on Friday at 0.0105. They were down 10% on Friday. I actually did alert these guys early in the week, back when they were under 0.004, and then this stock absolutely went nuts upon the actual alert. This thing ran all the way to 0.017 for its high. Now, this is another lower float OTC stock. If you look at the security details on this play, they have 1 billion authorized shares, outstanding shares 866,493,171, of which 467, almost 468,000 of these shares are restricted. So they have an approximate 331 million float, which is, as far as OTC stocks, that's very low. I've seen stocks in the OTC running right now, because it's on fire, stocks with 5-6 billion shares just running, absolutely wild. Now, This company actually is going to be working on a share reduction. If you look at just their stated, because they just became pink current not too long ago. In fact, in December they became pink current, and looks like in the filings stating that they want to do a share reduction. So that's going to be a significant catalyst going forward for this stock. Also, one of the catalysts that I like is that they're also looking for a reverse merger with a company in the cannabis industry. Now, this is going to be a possible another cannabis play that I'm looking at very closely. ADHC, in my opinion, just like GCAN, both of these are 30 to 90 day swing trades, in my opinion, possibly a little longer, depending on how everything takes to unfold and play out. But I still think both of these stocks, one slightly over a penny, which is ADHC, and GCAN, which is slightly under a penny, I think these have potential to run to at least 5 cents, possibly even better. If you look at when I called out ATVK, the first call was here on Otc Saturday at 0.0088. This stock, absolutely went nuts over the last 2 months. I didn't think this thing was going to 30 cents, but it ran to past 30 cents. So I think both of these stocks have that type of potential. I think right now, as far as the climate in the OTC market, it is very, very hot. So I'm looking forward to these two plays. Both of them, I think, have monster potential, and that's GCAN, Greater Cannabis Company, and American Diversified, ADHC. Both of those are 30 to 90 day swing trades, in my opinion, and both of them are in my portfolio. Now, we are also looking at a third stock, and this is actually STWC. I typed in the wrong ticker here. STWC. And the company name is STWC Holdings. It's not coming up here. No. What the heck's going on here with this? I got a new laptop here, and I got to get used to using this thing, man. There we go. STWC. Now, STWC, this is another cannabis play. If you look at the security details, in fact, this stock closed on Friday. This is a little bit of a cheaper play in the OTC market, another lower float stock. This one closed on Friday at 0.0039. It was up big on Friday. This thing was up 50%. I've been looking at this thing since it was in the 20s. Had his run yesterday, and I think being that this is one of my favorite patterns, the first OTC Green Day pattern, I think this thing continues. After this may be a multi-day runner, may pull back, but I think, again, this is another 30 to 90 day swing trade. Now, when I first started this channel, I was an absolute day trader. I never typically overnight I was cash just about every night. I've found that the way the OTC market is working right now, it's best to find some of these cheap plays with future catalysts and hold them for 30, 60, 90 days. You get your best bang onto your buck with that. You kind of sit through some of these pullback days. That you got to understand while you're doing this, you have patience and understand that they are going to happen. No stock goes straight up, and especially if you're watching on Twitter and things like that, there's a lot of groups out there that front load these stocks, and when they finally get to their goal, they hold 10, 20, 30 million shares. They sell their shares, which, hey, they're taking profit. I can't say nothing for or against that. I have no problem with that whatsoever. In fact, on Twitter right now, there's a big hubbub going on right now about attacking pumpers. Quite frankly, if you don't have the wherewithal to trade, if you're a newer trader, you have to find somebody that's trusted, that you're going to trust going forward, someone with a proven track record. You could go through all my videos all the way back to the beginning of July when I started. I am right at about an 86, 87% win rate, maybe about 85% win rate, and some of these plays have gone, many have gone 100%, many have gone 1,000%, some have gone 10, 20, 30,000%. So you want to find somebody with a proven track record to follow, but the most important thing is to learn how to trade. Never follow anyone blindly. And like I said, there's this big thing going on Twitter about hunting down pumpers and exposing pumpers. Look, if you don't have the experience to trade, a lot of times you probably shouldn't be trading anyways. You should be learning. You should be getting your experience, maybe trading small, taking a $500 account, trading with small positions in that, just to get more efficient and proficient in trading. And then you start to, no one should be starting a trading account with $5,000-$10,000, because typically when I started trading, I started with two $500 accounts. I blew them both up, back to both of them down to zero, and then finally gained my footing, and then just started becoming successful. And long-term success is the absolute goal. Winning in a few trades is not going to make or break anybody. Now, also you have to keep in mind, I believe in my heart of hearts, and again, I am not a financial advisor, but I do believe we are in a bubble. I do believe that this hot period in the OTC market will come to an end. So it's best that you learn how to trade, learn how to read charts, pick up a few books on reading charts, watch a lot of videos on reading charts, always look for your confirmation points, always look for trends and patterns in these charts, see what trends and patterns work. There's a lot of things you can do. And again, like I mentioned before, I'm working on a subscription-based service where we will have weekly trading training videos. All of my picks will be on there first before they hit YouTube or Twitter. We will have weekly Q&A live streams. We will have a chat room, and there'll be more added in with that, and it'll be at a very, very, very reasonable price. Less than a couple cups of coffee a week, believe me. Now, what we have here, and in fact, I know I kind of skewed off into another realm right there. But the third stock we're looking at is STWC, STWC Holdings. 0.0039 was the closing price on Friday, up 50%. We'll get into the security details of this stock. This thing actually has authorized 1.25 billion shares, of which 1,030,449,649 are outstanding. Shows back in November of 2019 that they have a 17 million float, which I do believe might be a little bit higher than that right now. They are not pink current, but I believe they are working on getting some filings in. If I can take a look here to see when their last filings were. Let's take a peek here. Last filings look like a form type effect in June 18th of 2020. Let's see here. Have they had any financial filings going forward? Let's see. They had 8K, another 8K, but no 10Qs. Okay. So this is a company that I think has a lot of potential, especially if they start making the motion to get pink current. This thing has, I believe this thing may hit a penny. That's my price target on this is probably 0.0099. I like to sell right before resistance hits, and a penny mark is a very strong resistance point. But still, at this point, we still have 200% minimum, in my opinion, on the stock. So I like STWC a lot. Now, so the three stocks that we're highlighting are STWC, that's STWC Holdings, ADHC, American Diversified, and GCAN, Greater Cannabis Company. And I did forget to mention, with Greater Cannabis Company, they also put in their application to be uplisted to OTCQB. So that's another catalyst that they have in the wing. So I really like this stock. The first two, in fact, I think have a lot of potential to run. So those are my two favorite going into this week. Now, some of the stocks that we have mentioned before that I think are starting to catch fire again. One is TGI Solar Power. That's TSPG. We called that out just about 3 weeks ago, and this thing had a monstrous run. We called it out and had the alert under a penny. This thing ran all the way to 18.5 cents. and then pulled back into the threes, and then started slowly grinding down. Right now, if you take a look at some of these solar plays and some of these alternative energy plays, they are absolutely on fire right now. TSPG is one that I think with a decent share structure and a lot of things in the pipeline, a lot of things. If you want to know, just look about 3 weeks ago on one of my Otc Saturday videos where I highlighted TSPG. You will see a lot of the things that they have going for them. I went into absolute detail on this company. I think I'm still holding it. I did sell some of my shares at about half my position at 8.5 cents on that huge run. But then when it got down to 0.0125, I did actually buy back what I sold. So now I'm holding a full position in this, and actually bought a little bit more the day before yesterday. I think this stock has just magnificent potential. I think we can see right now, like I said, it closed at 0.0231. It was up 44% on Friday. I think this thing has at least 10-cent potential on it. So we're looking at about 300% from where we sit, in my opinion, obviously. The second stock that we mentioned before is World Series of Golf, WSGF. This stock closed on Friday at 0.0265. It was down 5% on Friday. These guys have merged with a Airbnb type company called Vacatella, and they're projecting to have $100 million in revenue for the year of 2021. They're making moves where they're in the Caribbean and in a lot of very desirable vacation areas where they're buying properties to use as this Airbnb type of structure. And then also they are looking to develop a cryptocurrency or a type of block or a type of cryptocurrency as far as for transactions for these vacation properties to stay at. So I think World Series of Golf has massive potential. Right before Airbnb had its IPO, this stock ran all the way up to 9 cents. I think this has that in it. It's a very, very, very low float, very good share structure. In fact, World Series of Golf, let me get that up here for you. Let's go to security details. In fact, and what I'm on right now is OTC markets. They only have 90 million authorized shares, of which looks like about 12, a little over almost 13 million are restricted. So they got a 76 million unrestricted float. So, I really think this company has a lot going for it. It's pink current. I think this company has 10 cents to possibly 20 cents written all over it. Love World Series of Golf. The third company that we're going to be talking about is another low floater. This is one that actually I mentioned probably the past couple weeks, and that is NIHK, Video River Networks. And I think this stock has huge potential. If we look at NIHK, this stock closed on Friday at 0.0744. I initially called this thing out just a shade over 3 cents. This thing was up 13% on Friday. I just think this stock has major potential. It looks like George Sharp was actually hired as an advisor to get this caveat emptor off this stock. They are officially pink current or current with their financials with OTC markets. They are now working on getting that caveat emptor off. So some of you who do not use like a TD Ameritrade may not be able to buy this stock as of right now. Same thing as another stock that I'm talking about. This does have a caveat emptor, but I do believe that this stock has huge potential. I think right now they actually tweeted out but did erase the tweet, and I think it's because the fact that they have George Sharp working for them. They're not supposed to be giving many details as far as what they're doing, their future plans, especially when they have a caveat emptor. They have to wait till that gets pulled off to start dropping press releases. But this is actually a SPAC with an EV company, which they're stating can take them straight to NASDAQ. Now, if you look at that could drive this stock anywhere to $1 better. So I really like NIHK. You have to kind of stand by, love him or hate him. You got to respect George Sharp, the work that he's done with TSNP and with FORW. It speaks for itself. The guy's been a man of his word. He's done what he said he was going to do. I definitely respect his work. And that's why I bought into NIHK, because I'm absolutely positive. He's very selective in what companies he gets involved in, and it looks like he sees a lot of potential with this company. So, or else he wouldn't have got involved and put his reputation on the line with these guys. So I really like NIHK going forward. Fourth stock is Hop-On Inc., HPNN. We've talked about those guys quite a few times over the past few weeks. Looks like they are working with an attorney. They should be dropping an attorney letter very soon. They have some contracts that they want to announce once they get pink current. They have some contracts with some very big companies. This stock closed on Friday flat at 0.002. We initially started calling this company out back in the trips at 0.0007. So we almost have a triple from where we initially called it out a couple weeks back. Actually, by about 3 weeks ago, maybe even 4 weeks ago. It's been a little bit of time here. I think it was back around Christmas. And HPNN, in my opinion, if they do what the CEO says they were going to do, a share reduction, or first get pink current, obviously, have a share reduction, share buyback, or a cash dividend. Looking to now the share reduction is a huge catalyst in itself. Pink current's a big catalyst in itself, but they also have contracts with huge conglomerates as far as in the electronics industry. You can look it up yourself. They've been dealing with these guys for years. The CEO says they have an NDA where once they get pink current, the company that they're working with will put a press release out prior to them doing it, and that that's obviously an NDA where the company says don't say anything until we say something first, and that's usually the bigger company, pulling its, having its pull with a smaller company that they're dealing with. But that could be, in fact, 3 or 4 big catalysts coming up for HPNN, especially with the share reduction. I think this thing can possibly hit a penny. So we're looking at 400 to 500% gains on this one as well. Now, the last one we're looking at is SFIO, that is Smoke-Free Initech. I actually called that company out as my company of the year of 2021. I still stand by that. They have a 750 million authorized shares, of which 141 million are restricted. So they have an approximate float of about 400 million. It looks like the unrestricted are about almost 500 million. The float's about 400 million. Just waiting on this caveat emptor to get removed. They're merging with Agro Kings. I went into detail about this merger in another video as well too. So just I think it's the first one of 2021. So take either the last one of 2020 or the first one of 2021. In fact, I think it's the first OTC Saturday of 2021. Take a look at the in-depth of what I went into with SFIO. This thing actually pulled back a little bit. It's at 0.041, was up 21% on Friday. I'm loading this thing on every dip I possibly can. I think this merger with Agro Kings is absolutely huge. And again, if you want to look into it a little deeper, I have a video describing, what's going on with these guys. Now, just from last week, we called out Mass Megawatts, MMMW, which was a company we called out probably about 8-9 weeks ago in the 2-cent range. We gave an alert last week at 0.051. And this thing shot up over 30 cents, so huge gains on that one. OMID at 6 cents. This thing's now in the double digits, 12, 13 cents. In VDRM, this thing's around 2.5 cents. We call it at 2 cents here. We just had a lot of success over the last week, and let's hope that continues this week. So that's all I have for you today. The stocks, again, the 3 that were in detail were GCAN, Greater Cannabis Company, ADHC, that's American Diversified, STWC, STWC Holdings, and then the 5 that we already have talked about before, but we wanted to make sure you keep a good close eye on them, are TGI Solar Power, TSPG, World Series of Golf, WSGF, Video River Networks, NIHK, Hop-On Inc., HPNN, and smoke-free Initech, which will soon be Agro Kings SFIO. As always, please like, please share, please subscribe. Keep an eye out tomorrow for our weekly watch list video, and I will be letting you know when we have that subscription-based service up for anyone that's interested. And again, any comments, put them in the comment section below. And as always, traders, let's get that money.